Greetings one and all, this is Riddim Works and welcome to my channel with some more Destiny multiplayer gameplay action style. Reaching the final stage with the final boss in the weekly heroic strike with my newfound friend Bulldog 29. Yeah, sounds gangster, but he's Welsh. No disrespect to the Welsh, you know, good guy, nice guy, you know what I mean, but he's Welsh. And I like the way he kind of spelt Bulldog 29. It's in that Welsh linguistic style, so yeah, that's all good. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so now you've had the update 2.0. What are your opinions? What are your thoughts? In my honest opinion, I was all optimistic for all of that before it came out. I couldn't wait to, you know, get my hands around the interface, as it were, to all the different features and la-di-da-di-da, yada yada yada. But after I got it, I just realized to myself, you know what? We should have had this at launch. You know, I'm not trying to be ungrateful, but I wanted to do this video not only just to give my impressions on the 2.0 update, just to kind of give light as to the waiting, the anticipation that we all feel, not only for updates like this one, but for games in general, you know. And for me, the thrill of the wait seems to be more lucrative to companies than actually the games themselves, I believe, you know, because if they get an idea of how many people are looking forward to such and such, knowing full well that their games are half cooked and half prepared, then they know they're gonna make some kind of money, because with all the bundles that some of these games are gonna be kind of lumped with, the PS4 and the Xbox ones. Well, I'm just gonna be specifically dealing with the PS4. But with all the opportunities that some of these games have, some of these unreleased games have, to be lumped together with PS4s and bundle deals and stuff like that, especially with games that we have no idea of how to play. You know, we've got no demos to give us any indication of how the gameplay is. And in one way, I'm really thankful for the share play function, which I enjoyed. I did enjoy it. I played, well, I didn't play, but one of my PSN friends played Destiny, which he didn't have. So, you know, he done a couple of the missions. He asked about the PvP Crucible, and I gave him a couple of hours on it, you know, and he really enjoyed it. And that's one of the good things about share play. That's it used in its more positive light. For me, I do have my suspicions as to unsavory uses for share play in some kind of fashion. You know, there is going to be something that is going to be way exploited in share play. I don't know what it is yet, but I know it's coming. But yeah, it's coming back to the point of the thrill of the wait. The thrill of the wait. I mean, for me, I'm learning lessons all the time when it comes to purchasing games and stuff like that now. You know, for me, you know, the holiday season is coming, and, you know, gaming is a big element in terms of holiday entertainment, as it were. You know, I game more than I watch TV, so, you know, it does feature heavy in my recreation. But with all the hype that some of these developers have, some of these companies have, which, let's face it, you know, it's not going to subside anytime soon. There's always going to be a hype train running with some particular product. But I think personally, you know, it's best deserved for the companies that deliver. I mean, with people like Naughty Dog, they don't have to get on no hype thing, you know, because their brand has been proven, whatever you want to pronounce it. They've been proved to be a good company that makes good cutting edge games, you know, and they don't need to be on the hype train, you know, even for a new console, because their reputation speaks volumes. It precedes them all the time. But with games developers like Evolution, that developed the Fight Club, the Drive Club game, they're really in a bad freaking situation right about now. You know, no matter how good the game is, you know, like I said in previous videos, you only have that window of opportunity to really capture someone's attention, because we're living in the internet digital age now, where if you don't capture anybody's attention within the first freaking 10-15 seconds, it's like listening to a song. If it doesn't grab you within the first 15-20 seconds, that's it, you're done, finish, you know. And that's the pressure that a lot of developers have, vying for your attention at the very least, irrespective of whether or not you're gonna buy the game that they're promoting, you know. So it's very hard and it's very cutthroat. I do understand that, you know, but I do think the thrill of the wait seems to be overriding the actual quality of the games that some of these developers put out. You know, it is really, really, really a shame, you know. And on the other hand, you know, there are games that haven't had that fanfare, if you like, and you totally kind of miss it. It's off the radar, but then when you finally come across it and give it a go, you realize, yeah, it's a good game. I like this game. How come there hasn't been any more publicity with this game? You know, so it's sod's law to some degree, but I'm learning very valuable lessons right about now. If some people's got disposable income, that's all well and good. You know what I mean? You can keep buying the games that you think you like and you end up not liking, and part exchanging them, trading them in, what have you. But you know, there are lots of us that don't have disposable income of that great value to keep spending on games that we're taking a gamble with. Because it's really a gamble, you know. You buy a £50 game, and if you don't like it within a week, you probably get back, I don't know, £30 for it. So you're more or less taking a £20 risk, you know, and that's a good couple of games on PlayStation Plus that you will own forever, you know. Games that hasn't really had the hype as much as the game that you took a chance on. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean anyway. But yeah, the thrill of the wait for me, I'm gonna be very, very, not frugal, but I'm gonna be very particular as to what games grab my attention to begin with. Because with all these pre-order bonuses and limited editions and stuff like that, I think if I had bought the Ghost Edition, which I knew I wouldn't have, of Destiny, I'd be upset. But you know, I bought the limited edition, which cost £70, and for me, it is still a game that I consider to still be replayable. You know, that's just my opinion. The whole thrill of the wait, and especially with like the 2.0 update that has just come out, we soon forget that the whole update that we have got was supposed to be included in the console at launch, you know. But we're so glad to more or less get it that we kind of forget. But I think, well, there's kind of two sides to it. You know, yeah, you advertise certain features that you know are going to be released, and certain features you just hold back and surprise people with it, you know. And with people who are thinking of jumping from one console to the other, it's just going to be a small percentage of those people that's going to even be minded into doing that. You know, if you've been playing on PlayStation for the last 15-20 years, chances are you're still going to be playing on PlayStation. And if you're going to be playing on Xbox One, you're going to probably buy that as an extra console. Yeah, so for me, the waiting is nice, but then getting a product that kind of questions the very the very wait that you experience with such anticipation and shit, you know, is it all worth it? You know, I mean, tell me, what do you think? You know, do you think, you know, some of the hype on certain things has been justified? I don't know, man. I'm just kind of waffling on, but the way how I buy games in future is totally changed now. You know, a whole lot of change is going to happen come 2015. There's going to be a lot more developers vying for your attention with much, much, much better games, man. You know, I can't even begin to list the amount of games that I know within myself I'm going to be getting without a shadow of a doubt. But some of the games that's got all this hype attached to it, that you really have no knowledge about the developers and such, is not something for me to be jumping on. I mean, with Drive Club, you know, I was really, really willing to give them a chance because I wasn't really a driving game fan, as it were. The last driving game I had was Gran Turismo 5, I think it was, and also Blur, which is more like a racing arcade game, power-up type of game, which is a big man grown-up version of Mario Kart, if you like. But I really enjoyed that game, you know. I really, really enjoyed that game, and more so over Gran Turismo. But I was willing to give it a chance based on their announcement that it was going to be available for PS Plus subscribers, bare bones version. But with the servers and shit, like I said, you know, vying for your attention, mate. You know, if you ain't getting my attention with what you basically promised me, you're fucked. No money will pass through my wallet, through my Visa card, through my debit card into your freaking hands because of that shit. You know what I mean? I work hard for my money just as much as you do. But if you underdevelop or you under-deliver, why should I give you my hard-earned cash, you know? So that's it for Drive Club. Really sorry to be getting on Drive Club's case, but it's the classic example of being hyped or amped up for something that ended up being delivered a year late and underpowered in terms of their servers and shit. But yeah, you know, let me know about what you think about the 2.0 update. I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far, but you know, I'm kind of over it now. You know, it's the features that's supposed to be in the PS4 from launch, from day one. You know, and I'm sure it's going to be put to good use by a lot of gamers in their own imaginative way. Imaginative, is that right? Yeah, imaginative. Yeah. Okay, I'll stop there. I'll quit while I'm ahead. But yeah, so that's more or less it. And I'm liking the fact that I'm meeting up with good players on these weekly heroic strikes and finding different ways of actually playing the strikes and having another way of dealing with the strike, because hitting them from that doorway I don't normally do, but with Bulldog 29's help I found another way. But anyway, that is me for now. That is it. And just want to thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you know the coup. Whatever the console, whatever the game, whatever the genre, whatever the media that it's on, happy gaming, because that's what it's all about. It's all under the umbrella of gaming, and just enjoy that shit, whatever. And I will catch you on the next one, and until such time, Magan.